Rock, go fuck yourself. Yeah, all right. Cody just told The Rock up. John Cena staring a hole in The Rock, and John Cena, oh my God, is he The Rock's champ? He's The Rock's champ. John Cena has betrayed the WWE. He is The Rock's champ in this picture. Oh my God, look at the, oh my God. Probably the lowest shot that I've seen given the WWE in many, many years. Let's get everybody out of the locker room right now and kick his rear end. What are we going to do now? Look at all the little kids with the tears streaming down their face. I told you for years. Oh my God. John Cena has just laid out Cody Rhodes. Will he win number 17 at WrestleMania 41? Well, you fans can stick it, brother. Ba, 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 ba. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, so those little shits cry. I'll teach you kids to have heroes. That'll teach you kids to be invested in people that you think are good and virtuous, when all it takes is a man on every supplement in the goddamn world to say, I'll give you number 17. So much to dive into, so little time. Let's get to it. I'm John Retton with my review, WWE Elimination Chamber Toronto 2025 from the Sky Dome. It's not the Rogers Center, it's the fucking Sky Dome. It's finally happened, folks. John Cena is heel once again on this farewell tour. Not a farewell 3-hour tour, but a farewell tour. And I'm going to say right now, John Cena does not beat Cody at WrestleMania, then this whole thing is null and void. They have just totally torched the thing. Cena needs to go on a bit of a run. Yes, I know he's only got a number of dates to go. But honestly, it is a good thing that John Cena finally did this. It's a way for him to have a redemption arc by the end, because you know what? At least we finally get it. We finally get it. And all you little shits are crying. I love it. I goddamn love it. I don't hate children. I really don't hate children. But I do enjoy the fact that their heroes are falling to the dark side. Yes, yes. Let the AA flow through you. So anyway, yeah, other matches happened on this show. So, by the way, remember Mania 18 and how it had 68,327 fans? No, you don't, because I had like 60,000 fans. So, they said 38,500 or so. It was probably around 36,000 according to WrestleTix. But nevertheless, Elizabeth Irvin, I don't know who she is, but she sung pretty well. She sung the U.S. national anthem and the crowd booed. Now, Pat McAfee decided to get all upset about the crowd booing the national anthem. I would believe in Pat McAfee and care about Pat McAfee's opinion, you know, or take at least a little bit of it and actually say that it holds water, except for a few things. He had no conspiracy theorist idiot, Aaron Rodgers, on his show. He has proven time and time again how he actually leans politically, and you don't actually have to... You don't have to be on one side or the other to understand why Canada decided to boo our anthem, and they had every right to, because no country is perfect, but some of y'all decided to elect a goddamn criminal piece of shit, so you know what? You can all get upset about it. If you don't want to go to Canada, good. Canada doesn't need you, nor does this earth need you. Y'all could just leave. And I mean leave one way or another. You get rocketed off to Mars like biker mice or whatever. If you got a goddamn problem with them booing the national anthem, who fucking cares? Really, who fucking cares? Because you're going to fuck around, you're going to find out, and if you don't like it, well, too bad. Too fucking bad. Canada's got every goddamn right to do that. They sung along to the Canadian national anthem, but seriously, Pat McAfee has reached like Jesse Ventura, you know, the worst Jesse Ventura levels, or more like worst JBL levels. Maybe heel Michael Cole level in this sense. Pat McAfee in small doses can actually be entertaining, or at least used to be entertaining. Now, I don't want to hear him anymore. And quite frankly, I feel nothing but, you know, gratitude for the Canadian fans that wanted to boo that. I want to say there are some great people in Canada. And I'm fucking cheering you guys on, because yeah, I live in the U.S. And there are some people that are so fucking idiotic, and the fact that this turns their goddamn stomach and they're so upset. Good. Y'all deserve to be miserable. Like you've made us miserable. Like you made us smart, brainstem possessing Americans miserable, because you just couldn't stand the fact that progress was made. So boo the national anthem all you want, Canada. Other countries can boo the national anthem. We deserve to be disgraced, because some of our citizens are disgraces. And that's all I'm going to goddamn say about that. So yeah, Pat McAfee, if he never comes back to commentary after WrestleMania, I'd be happy. That being said, talent show up. KO's, Brett Jacket was nice. The dome looks great. The crowd is loud. Wade Barrett was pretty much the only good commentator on this thing. The chamber looks like a toy. I do want to say, yeah, I know they're making it safer. That's great. Women's chamber match for a shot at either Rhea or Io because they're going to face off on the March 3rd Raw. And I, for one, cannot wait to see that match play out. But there is a Regal Mystery movie that night, so I will be reviewing that sometime later. Now, I'll give my prediction for that here in just a little bit. It's Liv and Naomi starting out, but the other participants, Bayley, Bianca, Alexa, and Roxanne. So really, you just have 5 and you have Alexa. I mean, I'm sorry. I know she has her fans, but come on. So, bell rings, and then suddenly, a storm is coming, and Jade shows back up. Apparently has just decided to live in a gym. Just decided to live in a gym. Not that she looked bad before, but good God, she's been sculpted out of fucking granite. Granite, I don't know, Neptune. Anyway, I don't think there's granite on Neptune. Nevertheless, she shows up and, Liv's all upset. She's like, she's going to come for me. They timed this perfectly. They did. It's like she's going to cluck. Boom, she hits Naomi. And I think pretty much everybody called the fact that Naomi was the one that had attacked Jade, who's back. And now we'll face off against Naomi, and you know what? That's a smart thing to do, because Naomi and Bianca lost the tag titles on the most recent Raw. Now this takes them in another direction, and there you are. And to be quite honest, Jade going for revenge against Naomi, you need to put that match on Mania, even if it only goes a few minutes. Naomi deserves a big Mania entrance, so does Jade, even if it's only going to be a few minutes long. Really doesn't need to be a long match, but Jade should get her revenge. And it can lead to Naomi having a fresh coat of paint and a heel turn. Even though the glow stuff is good, she has done well. She left, went to Impact, did some good stuff, has done good since coming back. This is going to be some entertaining stuff. But that was great. That was where the crowd really just blew like crazy. She beat the absolute shit out of her. Did a fall brawl 97 with Henning and Flair with the door. That was good. And then a stretcher job. The na, hey, goodbye. I did like how Bianca was all upset and like a glass case of emotion. I don't know why that was so funny. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There were parts of this chamber match that weren't that bad. There were parts of this chamber match that were messy. Pretty much the main reason they got messy, okay, I'm going to be honest, like, Bianca was selling quite a bit of, like, being emotional, but she ended up winning the thing. Not that it's much of a spoiler. Bayley came in after Roxanne had come in, and actually Roxanne did some good stuff. Like, Roxanne's talented. She has that new gear, interesting gear, I will say that, a bit of a darker side. Her and Bayley battled. A powerbomb to the floor, that looked like it was pretty painful. And Alexa came out and looked. Slowly I crept, step by step, bliss by bliss. Okay. I know that people like Alexa. She's a lousy wrestler. I'm sorry. She's fucking lousy. She can't do this. She has the character down. People like her. She can't fucking work to save her life. And I know she hasn't been back that long, but seriously, she couldn't work before. Oblivion and Bayley is gone for, well, technically second, but Naomi was taken out before she could do anything. So Bayley's taken out. That was a little bit surprising. There was a spot where Liv got whipped, and it was so loud that, good God, I mean, Liv got marked up. It was insane. Absolutely goddamn insane. It's not the first time I've seen a dirty blonde getting marked up in a cage. I will be taking no further questions on that, but make sure to delete your search history. Bianca dives on both. The crowd finally woke up. And Pat just kept going on about them booing the national anthem. And Pat, just because you flamed out of the NFL, and yes, you had some success, now he has this show. He thinks he's a bigger celebrity than he actually is. He's getting a shit pot full of money and contracts that he really hasn't fucking deserved because companies are willing to overpay for a loudmouth fucking moron. But he is basically a football version of Joe Rogan. That's what he basically is. So that being said, Pat kept on about that, and Pat was getting destroyed on social media, which, good. And if you do have a problem with any criticisms that I'm offering towards Pat, or towards the people that, justifiably booed the national anthem, I don't care. I don't fucking need you guys watching this video. I don't need you guys fucking breathing, but unfortunately you are. You're mouth breathers, but nevertheless. So, Bliss ends up eliminating Roxanne after Roxanne takes a few moves. And then Alexa eliminated by Liv, which, thank fuck. God, if Alexa had come down to the final two in this, it would have been a disaster. And the hair yanking into the wall, that kind of stuff, that was pretty good. Liv is bleeding from the stomach, or at least very red. I think she got busted in the mouth too. We got some big moves. And eventually a KOD variation. I mean, I say variation because she caught her, hit the KOD. 1, 2, 3. Bianca got pyro. Stuff like that. Good. There we go. So, Bianca winning it was either her or Bayley, and I think Bianca is pretty much the favorite. Who the fuck is Nav or NAV? Who is he? Who is that? Somebody said he's a rapper. They go, well, he looks like he should pretty much just be, like, I don't know, bagging groceries. Nothing wrong with that, but he doesn't look like he has any talent. Pat once again got upset about the national anthem because, again, he's an idiot. And will continue to prove that he's an idiot. Trish got a big pop. Then Trish and Tiffany beat Nia and Candice. The fact that there were 4 matches on this, and Nia Jackson, especially Candice LeRae, got featured in one of them, that says something. It says that Triple H isn't a genius booker. So, Pat isn't mad. Don't put down that he's mad. He's not mad about the national anthem stuff and getting killed on social media, which I don't personally really understand why somebody that is such a big celebrity would get upset. You can use your platform, but maybe try to use it to call out stuff like idiotic takes like the people that you had for guests, but you won't do that because you are a coward, and that's what Pat is. He's a great athlete, but he's a fucking coward. PME 123. By the way, Candice ended up mistiming a breakup because that's exactly what she contributes to this fucking company. Her and Gargano are just so I know they're favorites of Triple H. I don't want people to not be able to earn money, but good God, Candice, I don't understand why she's there. And realistically, I don't care if she did good stuff on the indies. She's done very few good things in the last couple of years in this company. But she's a speed champion, like that fucking matters. They did a Bret Hart style ad Bret thing for Jey Uso, sort of. That was kind of a neat ad. Dwayne's ego stroking package, shut up. By the way, Red 1 was total ass. They showed a bunch of clips of various talents in Young Rock. And Zayn and Owens make their entrances. Okay. I'm going to say this much right now. This was hard hitting, and they did some stuff, but I'll tell you exactly where they lost me. Actually, guess where they lost me. And now I'm going to tell you where they lost me in just a minute. So, we want tables chance, a hockey stick, that's fucking crazy. And he put the stick in his mouth or whatever, sure wish I could stick you, boy. And biting on the head, they go into the crowd. 2 table bumps, because KO just took table bumps on snack tables. Back to the ring, there were 2 tables set up earlier, and Sammy went through those 2 tables. Table count up to 4, broken table count. Sammy basically had a seat. He got slammed on stuff. They were doing some good chair action. Like, they were making the stuff mean something, and Sammy was selling his neck and his arm. One of the referees got knocked down and didn't get back up again for a while. Lil Nate got killed, but Charles Robinson is about 90 years old. I kid, of course. And there's another ref that's down. It's the human centipede of injured refs. And a Fisher Buster through a table. Oh boy, 5 tables broken. That's good. And the ref show up to stop this, stop it, get some help. Haluva kick, but just for 2. And then a barbed wire chair. And that's where they fucking lost me. I'm sorry, it's stupid in AEW. It's stupid here. Oh, it's unsanctioned, so they had goofy lighting. Yes, I don't mind. I would have rather actually that they bled. I would have rather they done whatever. But tax, barbed wire stuff, leave that to the stupid promotions like GCW. Leave that to the bullshit. Leave that to the indies that can't draw a fucking crowd. Like, that was embarrassing. That was really fucking embarrassing to me. That being said, it didn't take away from the fact that the crowd was into this and they were laying this shit in. But I have to call a spade or a chair. And, we got a blue Thunderbomb on the wire chair because, of course. I did actually kind of, well, actually, we got the Blue Thunder Bomb after the spot where KO got dropped face first on the chair, and it's like, my eye, Sammy, my eye. And after a pop-up powerbomb, Sammy rolled to the outside. And then, basically, we got the collared chair shot into one corner, into the other corner, or into the post, into the other post. And then a couple powerbombs, pop-up powerbombs on the apron. Security is unable to do anything. We get a 3 count, so Owens wins. And I don't think it was necessarily a flat finish. He had to destroy him. And security can't do shit. These agents, whatever, they can't stop Kevin Owens. And he's peeling back the floor mats. They're padding out this finale. And suddenly, we hear voices in his head. Or our head. It's Randy Orton. Gee, Orton, you couldn't have shown up a few minutes before and made sure that Sammy didn't get killed? It's fine. I thought they might have done that and built to a triple threat, or maybe so Sammy didn't die. But there we are. Sammy ended up just totally disappearing out of the scene. And Randy Orton showed up and he took out Kevin Owens. They stopped the punt. Security did. Security is simultaneously super slow and super fast when necessary. And then RKOs for everybody, for absolutely everybody, all the security. There you are. Good build for what it was. It just, again, barbed wire chair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid. More ads. Stephanie's Places. Hey, remember when she compared the steroid trials to the 9/11 attacks? Remember that? I didn't, and I'm not going to forget that, the dumb broad. So, the entrances took 4 years. Logan Paul brought out the U.S. flag, channeling Jim Duggan at WrestleMania 6. The difference is Jim Duggan is respected by wrestlers, but I'll give Logan credit. Absolute piece of shit. He sure loves to piss off foreign countries. Logan Paul, should have tried waving a Japanese flag around. If you want to know more, Google Logan Paul Japanese. You'll see what I mean. And no, it's not a youthful exuberance thing. It's not youthful ignorance. It's the fact that he's always been a piece of shit. So anyway, the men's chamber match, the winner faces off against Cody Rhodes. So it's Punk, Priest, Logan, Cena, Drew, and Rollins. Drew and Rollins start out. Wade calls out Cole's ass kissing. Cole needs his ass kicked as far as I'm concerned. He ain't the GOAT. If you guys think that Cole's a really good commentator, that's fine. I don't agree at all. Cole wouldn't even be in my top 10. Because sure, he's not being screamed at by Vince. Well, okay, that doesn't mean that he's any good. He just doesn't have an idiot that likes to shit on people's heads, allegedly, screaming in his ear. Rollins and Drew start out. Seth dressed like a wizard in an Italian 80s sword and sorcery movie. Drew targets the back. And, oh man, slam down on the steel. Yes, that's steel padding that's right there. Pat, why don't you go take a bump on it? Head first. Well, can't be head first because he wouldn't hurt anything. So, Priest is in next. He does the hey yo thing, Scott Hall stuff. That's pretty good. And the fuck you Logan chants, good. Fitting. Thank you, Toronto. By the power of Cena's bald spot, he hits a bunch of moves and then gets hit with the Claymore and is just gloating over Cena, but then gets rolled up by Priest. So once again, Priest screws over Drew. There's your Mania match. And soon after, a super frog splash off the top of the pad. 1, 2, 3. Logan eliminates Priest. Makes sense. Go in that direction with Drew and Priest. Punk comes out last. Because it makes absolute sense as to why, why Drew would be out there, why Punk would be safe for last. He's the oldest. You know it's me, open the fucking door. That's actually kind of funny that he said that. He targets Logan, and Cena got yelled at by Seth, like, stay out of the way, but then a GTS to Paul, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're down to 3, we're down to Punk, we're down to Cena, we're down to Rollins. STF on Punk, which you still didn't tighten up on, at least not this time. And then into the Anaconda Vice. And then Punk, he really wants to go to Mania. He gets hit with AA, but just 2. And they break out the big moves. They're doing some good stuff. Da-da. And but I don't really like the buckle bomb being used. I don't think they need to use that. A stomp for 2, a GTS and AA. Rollins is gone. So now it's a GTS and AA. We're getting the 2 counts. But Rollins is still there. They never got Rollins out of there. And soon after, stomp. Oh my God, Seth Rollins is still there. And Punk is locked in the STF and he passes out. And Cena wins by the power of his bald spot. Immediately Cody shows up because they were running low on time. The sing-along. By the way, Cena got big pyro for his win. Why was Travis Scott there? And why is Travis Scott anywhere? Read up on Travis Scott. The guy just seems like a shitbag. He's not talented. What I've heard of his music, he is not talented. But I guess he comes cheap. He had to have been high. There was no reason, by the way, for... It's kind of like if Prince Nana had no personality and no business being there. That was what Travis Scott's role was. But The Rock shows up, and he wants all of you, Cody. He wants his soul, his mind, his body, his soul. And I want it all, Rock. Hey-o! And then he says, I want all, but my soul doesn't belong to me. I gave it to this ring. I gave it to the people. Say, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself. They didn't blank him. Shockingly. Why is Travis Scott there is what I noted. Now, I knew the instant that Cena was still out there. That, when Cena shook his hand, Cody's hand did that, and stayed out there. And just the looks he was giving Cody, I could tell. I was like, oh shit, they're actually going to fucking do it. They're going to fucking do it. Maybe not tonight, but they're going to fucking... Oh, no, they fucking did it. Because he shakes Cody's hand, hugs him, and then just has that look on his face. And Rock does, like an Arn Anderson-like thing, so to speak. And then he kicks him in the nuts, gets the watch, and just wears him out with the Rolex, or whatever type of watch that is. Gets the belt, gets a belt shot on Cody's, beating the shit out of him. The crowd's pretty shocked, I will say that much. Cody was bleeding. Cole was upset. That's good. That motherfucker deserves to have his heart broken as far as I'm concerned. Goat announcer. Slaughtered goat, maybe. The fucking half lamb, half human child, and Lamb was actually, more of a goat than that. Don't ask if you haven't seen Lamb. And even if you have seen Lamb, you probably don't understand what happened. That being said, Cena turned heel. And all you little kids, you fucking... This is what you fucking get. That's what you fucking get. Is your kid upset that Cena turned? Well, good. Good. That teaches them life's not fair. So anyway, in closing, pretty good show. I'm not going to say it was necessarily perfect, but it had its moments. And hey, Cena turning heel was certainly surprising. But if Cena does not win at WrestleMania and hold the title till SummerSlam, I mean, I know he's got limited dates, but they really need to do something that freshens Cody up. And it maybe leads to Cody and Roman at SummerSlam. And you got to do something. You got to do something to give Cena this arc. Have him win number 17. Because I'm sorry, Cody doesn't need to hold it past a year. He's going to hold it past a year by the time we get to Mania 41. Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Ritland, and I'm going to drink in the tears of all those little kids, those little Cena fans that are upset. Whoop-a-doo, ha 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 ha. Anyway, see you soon.